War of Athena, though, has her battle armor on, and she's feeding her focus, not her distraction, and she'll come out tops. Just when Princess Calla moved up, War of Athena put them to sleep.
I've been coming to Randjesfontein training establishment, North Rand, since about 1994, when I remember Patrick Shaw preparing a horse called Teal for the Vodacom Durban July. In fact, in those days, it was called the Rothmans July, and he won all of the guineas, the Daily News 2000, and he was victorious over a horse that Michael de Kock trained called Barellin, a son of our Casey's boy, National Emblem, Tickets and Tax. It was an absolutely vintage field. But now, we fast forward all the way to 2021, and I'm standing outside the stable of a filly who's presently eating her food, and her name happens to be War of Athena. She's a daughter of Active War. She has won the Triple Tiara, very proudly sponsored by Wilgeborgsdrift. She's also won the Woolhavington Cup down at Greyville over 2,000 meters, and she now goes back to Greyville for that long-awaited duel with Captain's Ransom over 1,600 meters in the Jonsson Workwear Garden Province. And it's a race that will put to bed, for once and for all, the Equus Champion Three-Year-Old Filly of the season. It really has been an incredible year for the Matchett yard, and Paul is on his way back from the track right now, and we're going to have a chat to him about his decision to run this filly and to give Rose and Roy Waterman Wenzel the joy that they richly deserve after an absolutely sparkling season. A very brave and very tenacious move to go down to KwaZulu-Natal for the race that is being billed as a kind of a sealer.
That's right, Andrew. You know, I think everybody wants to see the two fillies together, Captain's Ransom and Athena. So, look, we'll see it now on the 3rd of July. You know, I think it's going to be a great race, whatever happens. They're obviously two very good horses, and I think that's what the public want to see. They want to see these two girls fighting it out in the finish.
Yeah, I guess if you don't run and she wins, it makes the Equus Award a very, very tough fought thing, because she will have won 3 Grade 1 races and you'll have won the Triple Tiara and the Woolhavington. So the judges would have their hands full, but there is no better way than to put them up against themselves. And the bottom line is that fate has been very, very kind to you in this particular regard. Even though you have to travel, you have the draw.
That's right, Andrew. You know, someone is watching over us, I think, and it is much easier to come from a better draw. And whatever's meant to be will happen. And I say again, it's going to be a great race.
Well, I've had the opportunity of traveling around this week and filming some gallops, and obviously spoke to Muzi after he got the green light, and I'm sure it was a decision that he would not like to have made, but ultimately would have had to be made for him. But the reality is he now doesn't have to make this decision, and he gets to ride this filly and have, so to speak, his cake and eat it.
That's right. You know, he's a lucky man, but obviously it is a tough decision for anyone to make. But, you know, I think we've done the right thing. But in the end, it's a Group 1, and, you know, there's not many Group 1s around in the land. So to win any Group 1 is a massive achievement, and we want to keep her against our own opposition for now. There's always next year. There's lots of time next year for these other races.
Well, we saw her at your yard very kindly the other day, and I must say that I don't see her every day. I think she's looking absolutely spectacular. She's muscled up. The way she won the Woolhavington was eye-popping, to put it mildly. Are you happy with everything?
Yeah, the prep's been fantastic. You know, she just kept it ticking over from the last run. It wasn't long ago that she ran. I'll say it's a month between the two races. And she's a filly that looks after herself. And this morning's final workout was a great piece of work. Mozi's very happy, and I'm very happy. So we're ready to rock and roll.
All right, finally, the reality is that people study form, and she's gone from 1.5 miles of the Oaks, which, even though she won with consummate ease, you've made the point before. 1.5 miles is 1.5 miles, particularly at Turffontein. She's gone down to Natal. She's just blown them away in the Woolhavington. So you've got 1.5 miles down to 10 furlongs, back to 1 mile. But if you look at her run behind MK's Pride, where she got beaten in the shadow of the post, that was over 1,400 meters. She's just got speed to burn as well, and the way she won the 6 as well.
You know, she's a very classy filly, Andrew. How she's won a 1200 sprint against some top fillies, and I mean her second as a 2-year-old Group 1 over 1200 at Scottsville was a great run as well. Another few strides, she'd won the Group 1 over 1200. So she's a very versatile horse. Her better distances are over further distances, but she's a classy horse. She can run any distance and give her best account.
I know you've had some really serious horses in your yard. I mean, horses that have gone overseas and, you know, the teasers of the world, etc. But would she be about the best that you've ever had anything to do with, Paul?
No doubt. I would say, because of all her attributes, she is, I'd say, the best I've trained so far. You can't fault her. She's a perfect racehorse.
Well, we would like to say thank you to you and to Rose and Roy for affording us this spectacle, this opportunity of seeing this beautiful filly add to the fair that is Vodacom Durban July Day.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. But like I say, without this, Roy and Rose have been fantastic. I mean, whatever I want, they give me for the filly, and very good people to train for. It's just great that they've got a good filly like this and able to enjoy her with all of us. It's fantastic. Every time she steps on the race course, I think it gives us a lot of excitement.
She now takes a tally to 9 career wins from 15 starts. An absolute star is War of Athena.